This is Stefan Schmidt for coastalpolicy.org. I wanted to just make a couple of comments to you about the submission of research material to our classes. We have an obligation to try to maintain the standards and the reputation of our institution, which is accredited, which relies very heavily on the National Science Foundation and on NOAA and other funding agencies for its support. And so we have to make sure that we comply with what you would call professional standards in the production and submission and acceptance of research projects. And the past couple of years, I think we've gotten kind of sloppy with it. I've had too many papers turned in that were largely recycled papers from other courses. They didn't really have anything to do with my classes, and they had an introduction and a conclusion slapped on them that really didn't accomplish the task of making them original papers related to the topic of our classes. More disturbing is the fact that too many students are copying material directly from sources, especially on the internet, and pasting them into their project and then forgetting to put them in quotation marks, forgetting to cite them properly as someone else's writing. And even when you paraphrase, you need to put where you got the information from. If you have some sophisticated information or some specific information and you're paraphrasing it, you still have to put what the source was because somebody else found that information or produced that information. I also am not going to accept papers that you did as an undergraduate and that you are then resubmitting now in a graduate course. We need to have, you and I, all of us need to have professional standards, ethics, and a very high level of commitment to doing our work. By the way, another reason for this is that you're paying a lot of money to take these classes. If you recycle something, you haven't really gone off and explored some new information in new ways and perhaps created a new set of perspectives in your brain that will be very helpful to you later. I've had many students send me back letters and emails or call me after they took my classes saying, you know, Professor Schmidt, what we worked on in your class and what I did in my project in your class ended up being what got me the job. I can think in particular of one who got a job with a fantastic NGO in Washington, D.C. only because in her research project for my class, very specifically on policy issues, she had developed the vocabulary and developed the precise perspective that helped her pass her oral interview with flying colors and was the deal maker and got her the job. So it's for you as well as for us. So when you submit material, when you're doing work, don't cut corners. Please try to be careful. I'm suggesting that all of you use Turnitin, and you put your material in there and see what Turnitin thinks. And if it comes out red flagged, go back and redo it. We will also, of course, put all material submitted in my classes into Turnitin to check them. But I'd rather have you develop the habit of writing original, good, and personal pieces of material. If you did this kind of thing at work and you submitted somebody else's work, you'd be fired. There isn't any question. I mean, NOAA, NASA, National Wildlife Federation, any of these agencies will fire you if you are not producing original material. So get her done. All right, see you guys later.